Hi, Pat. I'll make this tape for you. I ain't got nothing to say, but I guess I'll try to think of something we got yesterday or last night. Sam come down. He'd been up in Minnesota, and he from this is the 15th of April, and the roads was blocked. The interstate was blocked up at Albert Lee. He said that you couldn't believe how many cars and trucks was in a ditch. He said 3 and 4 trucks right beside one another, all jackknifed together, and semis and cars. And he said they had the interstate completely blocked with jackknifed trucks and things. And then he said on top of that, then it was blocked, so he said you couldn't get nowhere. But he finally got through. Come down with a whole load of snow in his pickup wheel, though. So it must really been something. It's they're all gone here. It's still cold this morning, but it's starting to thaw a little bit, so maybe we'll get rid of it. I've got to get over there now and get my groceries and get myself a bite to eat, and then go get Mom. She gets off early today, and then we're going down to south of Indianola and look at that acreage. See if we want to get that or not. I don't know what it's like. It's an acre and a half of ground in a little town called Liberty Center, right on Highway 65. The acreage right beside the road of Highway 65, which would be nice. That way it'd always be open, but they seldom ever have roads blocked down there anyway. I don't know. Don't know for sure what we'll do. I vacuumed part of the house this morning, didn't get it all done. Got that sump pump all finished up now. I don't know how that's going to be, how it's going to work out, but I hope it's going to be all right. Willie, our neighbor, he's been putting in sump pumps out in West Des Moines for people. And you go out to buy something as far as the sump pump is concerned, or parts for a sump pump, and they haven't even got it. The places are out of it. So I guess everybody and his brother must be buying them and installing them for having water problems. The old Sailorville is supposed to be this weekend, Saturday. It's supposed to be up to 6 feet from the spillway. That's just about the capacity. And now they got all that snow and stuff up north there the other day. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it's going to go over the spillway or not, but see if they they got the river way high down here. They even got that Riverside Drive blocked off. And if they let any more water out any faster, then they're going to cause flooding down here, see, and that's what they're trying to keep away from. But they may not be able to. They may have to let her out. They've been running that darn thing almost to capacity all winter. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, there's a young girl, teenage girl, last Saturday or Sunday out there to Sailorville Lake by the dam that caught a 30-pound muskie. The biggest muskie that's been caught in the United States since 1975. And you talk about somebody that was proud of something and tickled. Man alive, she really thought that was something. So they took it over to the marina for her and put it in a tank over there so people could come and see it. Man, is it nice. I don't know what she caught it on, how heavy a line she had or anything, but boy, it was a dandy. It was pretty tall as she was. I forgot how long they said it was. 36 inches or 40 inches or something like that, I don't know. Anyway, it was pretty long. But that would sure be nice to catch, and boy, it's seldom anybody ever catches a muskie. I haven't been fishing yet. I got my license. I was kind of hoping to get him. I thought maybe I'd go up Clear Lakes one of these times, and Mom goes up there and do a little fishing up there. And I don't know. I'm hoping to get a call last of next week or the following week, preferably the following week, and to go to Alaska. By that time, heck, that's the 1st of May. It should be fairly nice going up there then. Gene, he's all raring to go. He went down last night and took that other test for his policeman test. Of course, we don't know how it comes out. It takes a few days before they give him the results on it. I think it was a lie detector test that he had to take last night. Anyway, that's what Mom said. So he may not even get to first base on that. They asked him if he smokes marijuana, and he says no. He's going to be in trouble, ain't he? If they left it alone like I told them, they wouldn't have to lie about it. Well, I suppose I just will go do something else, and then I'll come back and talk to you after a while, Pat. I kind of been saving this darned old tape recorder. I thought maybe you might send me a tape for a letter, but I don't know. I kind of give up on that. I believe I just well go ahead and forget that and go on about my life on something else. Your intentions are good, Pat, but boy, oh boy, getting it done is something else. Well, I'll see you after a while, Pat. Mike got down to Oklahoma. We got a call from him last night. He's working already. Seems to like it. He's got a place to stay and everything, so I don't know. I thought if we had a nice, one of these times we have a long weekend, maybe Mom would be up to it and we'd ride down there just for a kind of an outing. But I don't know. I never said anything to her yet because I don't even know if we got a long weekend coming or not yet. But he's going to be down there. I don't know how long he's going to be down there, but they sure ought to help now. Excuse me. Some of the help that they got or had quit for to come back up here to Des Moines to work because they figured the season would be opening up here, but I don't think it is. I think what they do come up here now and draw unemployment till it does open up here. You know, I was thinking too, if Donnie's going to be in the Little Leagues, why, I was kind of wondering if he's going to even want to come out here this summer or not. You ever said anything to him about it? He's learned to like that baseball. Why, I don't think you'll get him pried away from that. Oh, I meant to tell you, too, you remember that Bill Dora that I knew when I was a kid in Britt back in the 1930s? I went down to the library and got a San Francisco telephone book down there and to look up, see if he was in that, and I found a E.M. Dorr. And see, Bill had a brother his name was Irvin Dorr. So I wrote out there and to ask about it, and I got a letter back from a woman yesterday, and she said that she didn't live in San Francisco anymore, and this letter had been forwarded to her, but she said that the Dorr that she's a widow now, but she said the Doors that she knew and was married to had come from Nebraska, had never come from Iowa. So I'm going to write her a letter and thank her for it. I thought it was pretty nice of her to answer the letter back anyway. I got to go back to the drawing board. I'll go down to the library and start in again. I think I'll try Los Angeles and San Diego and some of those places this time, because I didn't There wasn't any other ones in San Francisco. Of course, there's towns around San Francisco too, San Jose and some of those, but see, I don't know their middle initials to start with. So it makes it kind of bad, but maybe I might accidentally run onto them. But we're kind of thinking about if I could get them located. When we go on Mom's vacation, we'd go down around through Las Vegas and that way, and then up through California and visit them, and then come on up there, either up and see you guys, or part way, or at least come pretty close to where you guys could come, you know, for a couple of days, and then come on back around that way. But I don't know yet. Ain't making no plans for sure yet. But I am going to try again. I'm very interested in trying to get a hold of him. I never thought about, you know, going down to the library about that, but I called the Better Business Bureau and asked him if he had any idea how to find out about something like that, and he suggested that. And I said, well, why would they know? Well, he said they have keep telephone books down there of all the major cities in the United States. So that's the way I found out about that. Well, I'm going to rest for a little bit. I'll contact you again after a while. I meant to tell you, Pat, I got a CB in there, Datsun now. We went out and bought a new little CB, one that would fit in that Datsun. Works real nice. We used it going down to Arkansas, and of course we use it around here all the time too, but it's real small, works real nice. Mom, she likes it real well. And then the other day, some guy called up over the radio and had a Whistler Fuzzbuster for sale. So we went down and bought that. We gave $65 for that. It's a Whistler like the one I used to have. And now when you drive 85 miles an hour with it, you tell whether there's a radar ahead or not. But anyway, yeah, they're a lot of fun too. We don't plan on speeding really, but it's fun to just play with them. Getting my dinner ready now. I got myself a TV dinner when I went over to get groceries. They got a deal on glasses over there now. You drinking glasses. I never seen any made like them before. They're kind of an octagon shaped one. Pretty nice looking glasses though. With coupons you can get them free, one with every $10 of food. But I only had one coupon, and otherwise you got to pay 55 cents a piece for them. But I asked the girl, I said, well, how am I going to get any more of those coupons? There was only one in the paper, and she said, well, there's one in the shopper too. And I said, well, I burned that. So that's out. And she said, I have to wait until they're on so many advertisements, and then they go to a different kind, and then a different kind, and they finally come back around to these. I don't know how many weeks later, but maybe eventually we can get them. Either that or we can pay 55 cents a piece for them and get them, I guess. Mom wanted them. She sent me over there. She said she didn't want them too big and she didn't want them too small, and they got two sizes over there. I didn't know what size to get, so I got 12-ounce size. I don't know if that's the right size or not. I only got one anyway, I guess. If I'm wrong, it won't be so bad. She needs a lot of stuff to cook with is what Mom needs, and I can't get her to go get any of it. She keeps putting it off, and she never does get it. She waits till she ain't got nothing, and then it costs a lot of money to get everything. Well, I think I'll go see if my dinner's about done. And I forgot even what I got. I think it's Salisbury steak, I'm not sure. I'm going to go find out.
Hi, baby. When are you going to get me my cover for my rocking chair? I was looking at it in the catalog last night. I'm just about ready to give up. But the only thing that blew my mind was for one of them is $28, and it says each. I don't know if that means $28 for the top cushion, $28 for the bottom cushion. If that's the case, I'll burn the rocking chair.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you, but boy, if you're waiting for Pat to do something, you're just going to wait a long, long time.
Well, she's busy. She does the book work now, and between that and working in the store, and, and doing her housework. I know how it is. I'm getting so if I do my job at work, I can't do it at home.
I wonder if she ever uses that sewing machine.
She must not, because I still ain't got my covers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she shows it off and just puts it away again, huh?
Oh, she had to use them to sew up Donnie's jogging pants, ones we cut off.
I'll take another cup of coffee, Ma, and then I've got to get busy.
Oh, me too.
Well, I hope you guys have it better weather out there than we got here. It sure isn't very nice.
Oh, it's not cold or anything like that. It's just, this winter's just been dragging on and on and on, but we can't really complain.
Every time
it's snowing out though now, it looks like a blizzard out there. It's hard to believe.
Every time we get some wood in to burn, we think maybe that'll be the last for this year, and the pile's still going down.
I bet Dale's glad he got that wood last night.
Well, that's not bad, though, getting it as long as it's under that shelter. It's not bad as long as it's under that shelter.
Yeah, but it still cracks in and makes a mess for me.
For that.
Oh, I went over and got my hair all cut off again, Pat.
Almost clear to the roots.
No, you know how you got to rest it. I figure by the end of May, it'll be long enough I get me another curly. Dad doesn't seem to understand that you got to do that. He gets upset with me, but it's my head.
You ever get behind a horse, Pat, and look at his back end? Well, she's getting to look that way with her hair.
But I'm getting fat, too, so it's just a total loss. I feel so important sometimes.
Well, you know what you're good for.
Yeah, that's what you told me years ago. Can I put a sack on my head?
How's your buddy Elma coming?
Get the sack.
How's your buddy Elma coming, Pat? We got some more jars for her, but I don't know when we'll ever get them sent out.
Well, I got some more lard coming, and that's why I haven't really sent them, because the last time I had so much lard to render that I used a lot of them to put that in.
If we'd ever come out there or had some way to get it out there, we'd bring both of you as a bunch of lard.
And hey, it's beautiful. It's what you make pie crust with. I French fry with it and everything. It just needs to be refrigerated. It cannot, that kind that you buy in the stores, they have some kind of a paraffin in it. That's why it looks so funny. But this here is just pure rendered, and there's no, additives to it. Now, Elma would probably get off on it, unless she's on this animal fat crap like everybody else. I've been using it all my life.
We got another batch of it coming now in a couple weeks. We've already got the freezer about full of it. I don't know how many gallons we got of it.
We could keep it in, put it in a cooler or something if we come out that way and keep it cold.
We furnish all the kids with lard, and we give some to the neighbor, and still got too much. So if we get out that way or some way to get it out there, we'll get some out to you.
Dad helped me render the last of it the last time. He's getting real good at it, and it's just white as snow. I'm just real proud of the way he done it.
When I sent that stuff UPS, you can send up to 40 pounds with that 40 pounds. How much is lard a pound? 30, 40 cents?
Oh, no, it's more than that. I think now it's about 69 cents a pound.
Well, if it was 50 cents and you give them 40 pounds, it'd be worth at least $20, see? Well, you gotta pay pretty near that much to get it sent, I suppose.
Yeah,
half that much.
Yeah. No, it isn't worth sending it.
And what would happen to it?
It would spoil.
Would?
Sure.
How long does it take it to spoil?
Well, I don't know, but you couldn't send something like that anyway. They'd throw that thing around and bust that sack and lard all over everything. Why? Well, it's going to have to be on a trip out there or for them on a trip back or something. Of course, if you had it froze solid to begin with, it might make it. I don't know. How long did it take to thaw out that one that time?
Well, I put it on the stove and thawed.
Oh. Well, I suppose I better get off the stick and get busy. I got the rest of my work to do.
No, not today.
Oh, yes, today.
No, not today.
Let's not start that again.
We got to go out to Saylorville.
Well, I can't help it. I've got my watch to do. I haven't done that at all for 3 days.
You know what we should do? We should just go out to nose around a little bit. We should stop at Merle Mall. We haven't been out there for a long time. It's right on the way.
I'll have to be after dinner then, because it don't open up till 12.
I forgot about Ernie, too. I told him if I got out that way, I'd stop, but I didn't get out that way, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
How come he's there now? Where's Doris again?
she's in Forest City, I guess. He come down there to stay with that old man while those kids went somewhere. He's babysitting with that old man.
I wonder if he still drinks as bad as he used to.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he drinks at all or not.
I know Jake Brower, he quit drinking beer, but he's drinking hard stuff now. That's like Paul did that, too. So it looked like a horse going north, huh, or whatever.
Well, it sort of looks like you're following a horse, you know.
I can't help it, Glenn. I'm not going to end up like Bonnie with her matted mess, and if I'm going to keep wearing curlies, I've got to get it cut off and let it rest. That's what they tell me.
You didn't have to get it cut. It looked all right the way it was. Don't argue with me.
No, I don't want to argue with you. I do enough of that just on little things.
Pat don't argue with me when I go out there. Sometimes I think she'd like to, but she don't.
She's used to walking on eggs, aren't you, babe?
Oh, horse feathers.
Horse feathers. The snow, Pat, you ought to see it. The trees are holding the snow and the bushes, and it's really pretty. I mean, it's pretty if it wasn't the 17th of April.
If you like snow, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. Make a beautiful snowman or something.
It's a good thing the kid ain't here. He'd be soaking wet.
He'd be out making it. Yeah, but see, when it snowed the last time he was home, it was so bitter cold he couldn't go out and play in it. Remember, there was days when it was 20-some below zero, 26 below.
I don't know. Dale got him out into it quite a lot.
Oh, yeah, but not for too long. They even got Grandma out in it once. And I rode on a sled with him. I think he's the only one that could have got it done, though. That's the boy.
Yeah, they can bring a lot of joy back to you, you know.
Yeah, they're all your kids rolled up into one.
Well, it's your last chance, you know. Too bad he wasn't a lot closer than what he was, so he could communicate a lot more.
Don and Pat are probably glad he's where he's at. We have him spoiled all the time. I guess it takes him about a month to get him straightened out after he's been here a while.
We never spoil him.
Aunt Rose says that's what grandparents are for. If they don't spoil and love their grandchildren, nobody else is going.
Well, we got it again, Pat. There it is, the 18th of April, and yesterday we got snowed all day. We got about 8 inches. Got cold last night, down to 17, I think it was, 17 or 20, something like that. It's still cold out, but the sun is shining today, so maybe it'll warm up a little bit. I'm going to go out in a little bit and plane down some cedar lumber. I sold another cedar chest that I got to build. I'm getting kind of low on it. Either I'm going to have to quit building with it, or else I'm going to have to go get some more. There's some outfit building cedar chests and selling them for $99, and they're going over pretty good. But he's got an outlet for them. He's selling them through dealers, and by the time he sells them through them, he sure can't be making very much money on them. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you wonder what to do to make a living, but pretty rough now. Probably you kids are just as well off doing what you're doing. Well, I got most of my cedar planed down. I got sun shining real nice now. I turned the solar panel on. We haven't hardly got to use that, I don't think, more than 3 or 4 days this winter. Sun is kind of a stranger around here. But anyway, I got it going now. It's helping out a lot. The basement's already getting nice and warm. Got to go to the store and get some potatoes. Go down to the bread market and get some of that day-old bread. Mom made cookies and bread pudding over the weekend, and both of us sat here and stuffed ourselves with it. Put on about 10 pounds of fat, and got heartburns and everything else from it. But it was good. We got us a pound of chicken gizzards the other night and had those. We cooked those in the pressure cooker. The next batch I get, we're going to cook. Put them in egg batter and then flour them and then cook them that way. Fry them. I think they'll be, deep fry them. I think they'll be real good that way. They're not as tender, but they'll be good. I should get some of those today and do it, really. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll lose most of our snow today. I don't think we could lose that much. Went out to check the battery of the tractor and see if it'd start, kind of get it ready for mowing the lawn. And Saturday I went out to do that, and it wouldn't even turn it over. So I thought probably the battery wasn't any good. So I took it out and took it in the garage, and it was good. It just sat there and run down. See, I never used it for snow blowing last winter, so we never did start it up all winter. So I got it charged up and ready to go now. I got to get when this snow goes off and it gets a little nicer, then I got to get the tractor out and sharpen the lawnmower. And by that time be ready. Hi again, Pat. Well, I got some good news for you this time, Pat. A while ago I got it all taken care of. They put Mom's dad on Title 19. So that's off for mine. They're taking over from the 1st of March. Backtracking that far. I was going to pay his medicine bill for March, which was $85, and they told me not to do it. Just write them a letter and tell them that they was taking over and they'd pay it. So, boy, that's the best news I ever heard. Tell you one thing, that old boy ain't never going to leave that nursing home as long as I'm alive. But get him out of there and have to go through this again to get him back in there. I'll never do that. Bonnie was talking about, well, if her husband died, she'd just come down there and get him and take him home with her. Well, I got news for her. She ain't about to do that. If she does, it'd be like kidnapping as far as I'm concerned. Or else she'll put him back in there next time. Anyway, Peter said they'd be here at least by 5:30, and they didn't come till about 20 minutes till 6. So anyway, I got them fed and they're out of the way. Spend the night, I guess, watching television. Well, this is Saturday morning now. I'm going over to Ronnie's to get some welding done on that 3-wheeler we got for Donnie. It's some bronze welding, so that gas welding. So we couldn't do it with our electric welder. It's raining like everything. But it's not snowing yet. Haven't heard from Mom. Don't know what's going on up there. She won't call me anyway. Her and me, we don't get along that good anymore. Anyway, neighbor lady come over a while ago and brought us over for Easter some biscuits, and inside the biscuits are fixed in with these biscuits is eggs. And you put them in the oven, they're still in the shells, and you put them in the oven and bake the biscuits, and when you get the biscuits baked, the eggs are supposed to be done. She says they're real good. She said they do this every year. So anyway, no need be doing it. Nobody here but me, so I'll wait till somebody comes before I do it. I don't know how long you have to fix them. I suppose till the biscuits get brown. Anyway, it still ain't snowing. Nasty old day. The nasty old day to even be out. Got the bike all welded up now. Ready to paint it now and put it back together. Ronnie, he got that Cadillac home from Spokane, Washington that he went out to get. It's a really nice looking Cadillac. Really good shape too. It's only got about 60,000 miles on it. All electric windows and everything in it. He says that he talked to the bank about it, and the loan value on it is $6,000. I told him, why don't you borrow the $6,000 and then walk outside and come back in and tell the banker there's his Cadillac where you want me to park it. Man, he won't even think of getting $6,000 out of it. Anyway, also he got a coast-to-coast store tractor with the snowblower and everything for it, I guess. So he had to rent a U-Haul trailer and put a hitch on the Cadillac to bring that back. Anyway, it made his trip worthwhile, I guess. He's over doing a little work for that place he got for his boss. He's got it up for sale. course, as far as I'm concerned, the price he's asking for it, he'd never sell it. Asked him what he was asking for it, and he said he thought it was $37,500. That's worth $37,500. Mine's worth $95,000. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. More power to him if he can get it. He said Danny's doing all right down there in Texas so far. He said he bought a couple acres of ground, all timbered. Of course, he had bought that trailer before he left here. That's what they're living in. He said he can't even get the trailer on it to park it there. He's got to, till he cuts underbrush and timber out there to make a place for it. I guess he's in the process of doing that now. So I don't know. I guess that's down around Houston, I think. I don't know. Maybe that kid's woke up. Maybe he'll amount to a little bit yet. I don't know. I don't. He's like our kids. I doubt if he ever will. Anyway, things could get a lot worse yet before it gets better. Well, I've been sitting here watching television. I get so tired watching television, there ain't nothing to them. Same old thing over and over, either that or filthy movies. This Channel 17 we got, that's got some good movies on it, but they're like the other ones. They're getting some filthy ones on it too. And I don't want to watch them. I'm no saint, but I don't believe in that stuff. I don't think it should be advertised the way it does. I don't get their thinking of what they make a nice movie, and then right in the middle of it they got to make a bedroom scene out of it, and I don't understand why. I don't see where it makes it a better show. But anyway, there again, I guess I'm not to be the judge. I contacted Ronnie Haugen up there at Forest City. I asked him if he could fix me up one more time on a trip to Alaska. Told him I'd like to have one the last of April, but I said if that isn't feasible, I'd take one before or after, if I can get one at all. So if I do go, why, Gene wants to go with me. But he said he'd pay his own way, so if I go, I'm going to take him with me. His boss said he could get off for a week for it. I called down here, downtown, to see about a ticket for to come home on, and I told the lady that I'd just like to have the cheapest way I could get home, back to Minneapolis or Omaha or Kansas City or someplace, because Des Moines was out of the way, and I knew that I couldn't get in here very cheap. So she done a lot of calling. She finally wound up calling Western, and Western was my best bet. If I make appointment for make a date for when to I want to come back, then I can fly back to Minneapolis by way of, for $329, by way of Seattle. We stop in Seattle, but I don't change planes, and then go to Salt Lake City, 20-minute layover there, and I don't remember if she said I had to change planes there or not, but anyway, then from Salt Lake City to Minneapolis, and I'd leave Anchorage at 12:45 in the morning and get into Minneapolis at 1:30 in the afternoon. Now, if we could work that deal like you did for us with that father and son deal, then Gene could go for half price. So, and I told him if he could, why he could go for the half price, and I'd pay the full fare. Then if we do this, As soon as I find out when I get a motorhome, then I'm going to call down there again, and if I can still get that deal, then we're going to take my pickup when we go up after the motorhome, and then we'll just leave directly from there, and we're going to take my pickup, drop it off at the airport in Minneapolis. Then we'll have it there to come home with when we get back in here. But they told me, that Western man told her that they was going to make a change in their schedules. And that if he didn't know anything about yet the new schedules, so this is what price he give me would be based on the old schedules. And he said if I bought a ticket for a certain flight, and even if they do change their schedules, they would still fly me home at their expense, whether it's more or whatever. But their regular fare to fly back was $408 to Minneapolis. So I'd save about $80 if I get in on that rebate. Anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do. That way Gene can get by cheaper too. I think it's going to be a rough trip for Gene with his diabetes, but I can't blame the kid for wanting to go. He's never flew in an airplane. He's never been to Alaska, so this would sure give him a chance to kind of see it all. I don't know if they told you or not, but he got a letter from him last week. He had taken another test on that police job, and he got another letter from him again, said he passed that. So now I don't know what's going to come up next, what kind of a test or anything, but if he keeps this up and passes them, why, he'd get to be a policeman here in Des Moines. I know he's sure trying hard. I wish him all the luck in the world, because with his diabetes, if he gets on there, then he'll have it made. Won't have to worry about him no more, because he'll be set for life. He can always change if he wants to. Still look for something else like post office or something, but if we don't get it, he's still got that to fall back on. Just so they don't brainwash him and make him be a horse's rear end by being a policeman. But anyway, he's trying. That's all anybody can do. Around here, it's the same old routine, nothing going on. I ain't even working myself. But I think when I get back, if I make this trip to Alaska, then when I get back, I doubt if I'll get any work from Red Seas this year. But if I do, fine. If I don't, I'm going to go up and sign up for one of those security jobs. They don't pay much, but a little bit's better than nothing, and give me something to do. Or yesterday we had somebody called in and threatened to bomb out there in Valley West Mall. So at 1 o'clock, and they closed the mall down and kicked everybody out of there and searched it. And didn't find anything, so at 4 o'clock they opened it up again to the public. I think their method here should be like the Chinese. If they catch them, just line them up and shoot them. That's the way they done with those Chinese when they hijacked that plane. They caught them, and the next morning they lined them up and shot them. They don't have no problems over there to speak of with hijackers. They wouldn't hear if they do something besides pat them on the back and give them a reward for it. How's everything out there, Pat? Don go back to any woodwork, or is he just hanging tight on that too? You ever hear from that guy? Did you ever stop around or anything? That Ned or Ed or whatever his name was? How's the kid doing? Is he gaining in any way, or is he just holding his own with everything? He's going to be a professional ball player, or what's going on? Nobody ever says anything much about it. Well, I don't know. This is just like Oregon weather, I guess. Raining, cold. It's simply miserable. Kids talking about if I'd fix supper, they might come down tonight again for supper, but I don't know. I told them I might, but I think I changed my mind. I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna fix myself. I don't know if Mom's coming home or not. I asked her and she wouldn't tell me. I think I'm gonna fix myself a pork chop and some nice brown fried potatoes with horseradish, probably milk to drink. Oh, that sounds better all the time. I kind of think that's what I'll do. If I knew Mom was coming home, I'd have baked pork chops. And I ain't gonna look for her. But where am I gonna get? When can I expect a letter like this from you, Pat? I got the machine, just waiting for a letter from you. Can't be all one-sided, you know. Want to cut down on the phone bills. I don't know if I told you about that one I had about a month ago. $94. Mom was going hog wild calling up there about her dad. So that wasn't the whole bill, of course, but that had a lot to do with it. So I just put the stop to it. We ain't going to have it no more. When you're paying out something like that, that money you could use for something else. Well, I think I'll stop for now, Pat. Maybe I'll think of something a little later to say. How's your buddy Elma doing? They still coming out here on their, or to New Jersey or wherever they're going on their vacation? And what are you figuring for a vacation this summer? Anything? Well, maybe I'll think of something a little later today, Pat. So long for now. You know, Pat, I'm back again. Had my pork chop supper, and it was good. Only thing is I didn't get the potatoes as brown as I wanted them. I put a little too much grease in the pan. But they was good. They was partly brown. Dale come home a while ago, feet soaking wet. Hollering about his wet feet, and he won't wear some boots we got here. I don't feel sorry for him. Kids never called about coming down for supper, so evidently they wasn't very hungry. Maybe they're drinking their supper, I don't know. Anyway, gee, it seems like I ain't got much good to say about anybody, have I, Pat? Anyway, haven't heard anything from Mom yet. Don't know if she's coming home tonight or not. I kind of look for her, but she'll stay till the last dog's dead if she does stay, if she does come home before she leaves. I don't know what the weather's like up there. I was watching a movie, so I forgot to watch the news for the weather. Nothing to do. I want to sit here by myself. Dale's in bed. I kind of think I'll get in the truck and go out and someplace and have a cup of coffee or something. Maybe out to tacos. I might even get a taco too. Even though that pork chop supper, I didn't eat too much, so but I could stand a taco. If he was here, I'd take you to Wendy's. If the kid was here, I'd take him down and get a banana split. Bet he'd like that. You know what, Pat, we're going to have to figure out, too. If he's going to get out here this summer and how he's going to get here. I don't know. I don't know about him coming and staying all summer, but I don't think he'd do that. But we'd like to see him come for a while anyway. I'd like to see you come for a while too, as far as that goes. Well, watching Lawrence Welk on TV ain't very interesting. Most all of them we've seen him a dozen times before. Well, I think it's about time for me to quit this one and see if Mom will add something to it. And then wait for you to give us one back. Tell Donnie it wouldn't hurt for him to send one to Grandpa too. So, I'll say so long. See you later, Pat. Let Mom finish this. Bye-bye. Well, it looks like Mom ain't going to finish this, so I guess I better add some more to it. Mom come home from up north. She never said a word to me about how her dad was or anything. It's always such a fake every time she goes up there. They lead her to believe he's going to die within the next few minutes, and I keep trying to tell her that ain't so, and she goes anyway. And then I think the biggest thing is she's ashamed to tell me when she comes back that he's a long ways from dying. Anyway, dreary old day, real dreary. Rain just a little bit, so maybe we'll have 7 Sundays in a row of rain. Time will tell. Well, this Monday morning, took Ma to work. Her and me, we just ain't getting along very good. Mike finally left. He went down somewhere to see about a job. Neighbor woman is over the other day, Saturday, brought us over some biscuits with some eggs in them somehow, so it's supposed to be something different. He was telling me that her daughter and her man lived with her, Gene across the street. She said his unemployment had run out now, and she said she guessed she'd have to pay the bills from now on, but she says they'll pay her back. But he still hasn't got anything ever since last fall, and I know he's been crying. He's been crying real hard. Well, today I want to watch that launch, that spaceship. They probably get off all right, but they're holding up for something about the winds or something. Don't know if they're going to go for sure or not. Got the little Honda all just about all ready to paint now. Got to go get some paint for that. Maybe tomorrow or next day or sometime if I feel like it, I'll go get some. Got Betty's dad's Social Security check, so I don't know what to do with that, whether to cash it or keep it, or turn it back in or what. We're still having problems over that Title 19. The woman that's supposed to take care of it, she went on vacation now, and another woman's taking care of it, and she found a discrepancy in it, and so I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I told him I can't pay it, so that's all I can tell you about it. $1,100 and some dollars a month. That ain't gonna come out of my pocket. Jill and Sheila never even come down yesterday. They had company though, I guess. I haven't heard from Cliff since we left down there. I don't know if he's teed off at us or not. Maybe just busy, maybe don't feel like writing. Anyway, Pat, I think I'm gonna keep my big old mouth shut now, and if Mom don't add something to this, well, I'll just send it the way it is. I'll get it mailed, try to get it mailed tomorrow for sure. Hope you enjoy it. Take care, be good. And tell Donnie and Don both hello for me. See you later. Bye-bye. Now, Pat, I kind of messed up on this tape. I turned it back to play it again and see how much time I had left on it, and I forgot that I had turned it back, and then I was telling you about that Title 19, so that's on the first of it, and it should have been on the last of it. Anyway, it's all taken care of. I'll go get Mom pretty soon and go to the post office, and then I'm going to the bank, put that his Social Security check in the bank, and might have to turn it back in, but at least we'll keep it for a while. Maybe we can draw $1 interest off of it or something. And got to go to the grocery store. Everything is just fine here, I guess, as fine as it could be, I guess. So anyway, I think I've only got about a minute left here, so I'm just going to knock it off, and hope you enjoyed the tape, Pat. Hope I didn't bother you with my troubles or something, and don't feel bad about my troubles. I'll take care of my troubles. Anyway, if you get a chance, Pat, you send me one of them. Have the kid put his 2 cents worth in, too. So, be good again. Maybe see you later. I was thinking it's far-fetched yet, but maybe it'll be possible that if we go on Mom's vacation, I'm trying to locate that guy in San Francisco. I wrote a letter, and if I find him, we might go past Salt Lake City and see her cousin, and then go past San Francisco and see that door boy, and then maybe we'll come up your way. I don't know. Then we could pick Donnie up or bring him home or something, whatever. Anyway, we'll talk about it later when I get a little more information. So long. Be good and be careful. Bye-bye.